Hi, my name is Sinovuyo Nakumba, and this is me recording an actual conversation with the Lord that I have with the Lord. This is very new to me, and it's very, very vulnerable, but yeah, I think the Lord wants me to share this because maybe someone out there doesn't know what it looks like to walk with the Lord and to have an actual father-daughter relationship with the Lord. And maybe someone is like me and didn't have a father figure, so there's not even an earthly model for you to base your interaction with the Lord off of. And so when you hear me say daddy and I'm in prayer, my eyes are open, I'm having a conversation with my God, the Lord. Alright, this is a conversation between me and God the Father. Okay, so yeah, this is a conversation between me and the Spirit of the living God, right? So yeah, this is a very, very vulnerable space, and I don't know when I'm going to put this out on YouTube or any social media, but right now I feel led to record this conversation. I'm going to try and prop up the phone on pillow so that I'm not tired and trying to get out of the conversation sooner than necessary. But I am in my room. I don't know. It's an apartment. I feel like an apartment has a bathroom, kitchen, everything. Like, this is basically a rectangular room where I live in. Yeah. So this is where some of my conversations with the Lord happen. Some of them happen in the street. Some of them happen in the supermarket. Some of them happen anywhere when I feel like talking to God, I talk to God. And sometimes I get weird stares because my lips are moving, right? And I don't know if sometimes I'm audible, but yeah, it is just, it's how I communicate with God, and it's also how I process my thoughts. I have to say them, right? So I know that's not the norm, but that is the norm for me. That's my norm. So I woke up this morning and I was scrolling through TikTok, as a lot of us do. And there's nothing much there, if we're being honest. Okay, so it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I have some chicken going, so I'm going to pause and think it's time to switch the stove off. Okay, so the Lord and I were just about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes into a conversation that I started. I woke up, scrolled through TikTok, and I felt a strong desire to grab my Bible and start reading from a book I've been meaning to read for a while. I think it's Zechariah. That I've been meaning to read. I don't think I've ever read that book. So I took the Bible and I sat down. And I I found myself in conversation with the Lord, and I realized that in my conversations with the Lord and in my prayers and petitions that I do, there's a rush, right? There's a rush. And that's something that I've spent or God has pointed out in the last 3 or 4 months. That rush, that I learned from when I was still, in corporate in the world is not how things work with Him, right? And I was here this morning and I started opening up to the Lord about how when I come before Him, there's this anxiety that I might forget something important that I wanted to say to Him. In the other more formal prayers, but also in the one-on-one conversations that we have, like this, alright? And I found also that my mind gets distracted when I talk to the Lord. Just like when I do other things, it does get distracted. But when it's time for me to sit still, my mind finds something else. Like right now, I'm draining amasi to make cream cheese, and my mind keeps telling me, or I keep thinking that I need to drink the second bottle of amasi, even though that's not really necessary, and I may not even drain everything all at once. So it's like my mind is always seeking these distractions, and there's no focal point. And it seems like there's this push that get all the words out. Don't leave anything out. I don't know where it comes from. And it really fills me with anxiety. And I think it may also be part of the reason why these conversations with God, sitting still in one place with zero to little distractions. I don't know if you can hear the pot. Anyway, these conversations with the Lord, sitting down, whether it's at the park or here in my room, I think that would also address why they don't happen as frequently, the moments in silence, and sometimes not speaking and just listening. But I think right now I'm still speaking, and it's a conversation. And yeah, so I was examining that. And I was also looking at the fact that the Lord and He brings 99.9%. I said to God this morning, I said, Daddy, the amount of revelation, the amount of yourself that you are revealing to me and have revealed to me in the past does not match the amount of effort that I've put into your word and I've put into seeking you. I have basically given you bare minimum. Sure, I think about you most of the day, but I give you the bare minimum when it comes to reading your word. And the amount of revelation that you give me does not match the amount of effort that I put in. Okay, yeah. I'm not even sure that these earphones will help the sound quality, but I'm a bit concerned about the meat bubbling over there and whether or not I will be audible. So I'm gonna try and see. And I would hate for like this conversation to not be audible because I put earphones in, but I'm trusting the Lord that that won't happen. It hasn't happened before, so no, I don't want to risk it. But yeah,